What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brianna in the show, and you are now tuned into another episode of Diary of the Yapper podcast show. This is the show where I yap entirely way too much. A safe space for all my overthinkers. I'm kind of one that can't have any free time because then I start feeling like I'm failing in life, and I'm trying to get better at that. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brianna in the show, and you are now tuned into another episode of Diary of the Yapper podcast Welcome back. This is the show where I yap entirely way too much, yet somehow you guys still keep listening. You keep coming back for more. I like that. Yes, this is finally a space where can't nobody tell me to shut up. A safe space for all my overthinkers and the ones whose desk was probably placed outside of the classroom, but yet you still managed to get by with gifted qualifications. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
It's been a minute. Let me share some quick life updates as to why it has taken so long. It feels like forever since I shot an episode. I know I was like, bi-weekly drops, and y'all can hold me to that lightly, but that's why I said at the end, it's a safe space. I'm not going to be rushing and breaking my back to drop an episode because other stuff goes on in life too, guys. And sometimes we have to give and we have to pull. We have to put ourselves in other places. So, the drops is going to keep dropping up, baby. It's going to keep coming. But, we got to pace. So that's all. So let me give y'all some quick life updates as to why it's been taking so long since the last episode. So, classes obviously have officially started back. Well, now, child, it's like midterms. I just took midterms, and I would love to say that I would like to say I did phenomenal. Yeah, we said last episode, science is first, baddie immediately after.
You is small.
I'm currently enrolled at Georgia State. I don't know if I told y'all that last episode. I know I told y'all I graduated from A&T. I'm gonna always rep A&T to the death of me, that Aggie pride, the real blue and gold. But nah, currently I'm at Georgia State right now. I was gonna do hygiene, but I'm not doing hygiene no more because I'm doing something else. But anyways, my last semester at Georgia State is this semester. So after this, I have an associate's in health science because, girl, Black women in depression, they just be like, all right, well, let me go get another degree then. I was going to do something, but then I changed my mind because that was half stepping, so I'm going to do the full step to that. So I was like, okay, well, if I can get a little degree while I'm doing this, I might as well. So I got a little associates in health science, boosted my science GPA up, boosted my regular GPA up to help me with something that I got going. So yeah, I'll be done with that in December. I'm kind of one that can't have any free time because then I start feeling like I'm failing in life. And I'm trying to get better at that. Be like that because that's what I'm learning. That's my whole, I feel like that's what God's trying to teach me right now, how to be still. It's for the longest, I really don't know how to do that. So I started getting in my head and all type of stuff. So while I'm waiting for my next step of life, I'm kind of I'm dilly-dallying, but I don't want to say dilly-dallying. Because it's I'm learning how to embrace resting, of course, but meaningful resting, intentional resting, Cool. So for this episode, we're talking about moving back home after college. The real, the funny, and the hard part. So that's why we named this Back to the A. Okay? Okay, boom. So I thought college graduation came with a job and like a perfect life. Growing up, grade school, everybody just made it seem like once you make it to college and then you finish college, after you walk across the stage, you immediately just start living like the American dream or something. Negative. Wrong answer, forehead.
Wrong answer, forehead.
But fortunately for me, when I graduated, being able to be blessed with like the support system that I have, I didn't have to go back home. Oh my God. Praise Jehovah Jireh. I'm so glad I did not have to go back home. Like, I do not, oh my gosh, like, not like it would have been bad because my mom's pretty cool, I like to say, if I do say so myself. But just like, I moved out of my mama's house when I graduated high school. So I was like 17, 18. And I moved 5 hours away to North Carolina by myself. And then my junior year of college, I got an apartment. And COVID came, so I stayed there for a little bit after college too. So it was like I had a whole apartment, and it wasn't like no baby apartment. I had like a little townhome. Like it was probably like I had a loft upstairs, still had a living room downstairs, like patio in the back. Like we was kicking it.
That's right. Big pimpin', spinning cheese.
I've been living on my own forever. And I started thinking about that too because during the process, like when I graduated and I started like looking for places to live, like first of all, when I thought I graduated college, I'm thinking, okay, boom, like I said, American dream. Like I'm thinking perfect job, house. So I'm looking for a house. Like I'm not even looking for an apartment. I'm like, bitch, what you mean? What I need an apartment for? I just had an apartment. So when I came back, I was just like applying to houses, applying to houses, applying to houses, applying to houses. Baby, I've never been so humbled in my life.
And there's no money in here.
Like, you just got your first credit card. It was, what is it? It's 2020, 2025. That was 5 years ago. Your girl in the house. We ain't gonna talk about that yet, though. We ain't there yet. You ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We ain't there. We ain't there yet. But yeah, okay, so boom. Fortunately, like I said, I did have that support system, so I did not have to go back home. But it definitely wasn't like I was just saying, like a high rise in the city.
Well, you're not Beverly Hills, so that's not going to happen here today.
It wasn't that. If you would have told like 8-year-old me, like 8-year-old Brianna, that she would be living in the old Jurassic.
Oh, you dressed all show. Where you live, bitch? They have a white refrigerator. I was like, oh.
If you really from Atlanta for real, if you would have told me that I would have been living in the old Jurassic.
Baby, since you don't care much for me.
Wow.
So if you really want to know, if you stop texting me, you've been texting me since we.
I would have given you like the biggest laugh ever. Like I just had to have a moment of silence. Like I just had it. I'm taken aback. Like, oh my God, but y'all, I had the time of my life over there in that apartment. That apartment was so fun. Like, it was close to everything because it was right out the expressway. Like I could hit 20, I could hit 285, like I could hit 20 to 80. Like it was like everything was like right there for me. Like the big pilot right here. Like I'm talking about I could get to the 5 points off the street. Like I'm talking about I could get straight to Edgewood. Like I ain't gonna lie, that little apartment, me and 6 Buttercrest Lane, we had a good time. A real good time. A real good time. I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world. I stayed there for like 3 years. Stayed there for like 3 years. But now I have a glass, literally. But when my mom had told me where my apartment was, like I literally threw the biggest bed. And that's the thing, like, girl, like looking back now, like I always tell my mom, like, when I think of a situation and it hits me and how bratty I act. Like I always go back and I say sorry or I apologize. Like, dang, I was really tripping. Like, but it got to dawn on me first, and I really respect her for that because she'll let it happen. Like her patience, crazy. So it's like, what did it take for her to get that calm? Like, because if I'm like this and I feel like I'm this insane, you have to be insane and you know how to control it. And then you know how to let me be insane to learn how to control my insane so that eventually I'll be like you. So it's like, you know, shout out to mommy. She's really cool. Yeah, when my mama told me where my apartment was, shout out to her fit. Like I was dead pouted. And mama, she from Detroit. So she like, the apartment is nice. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I would kill for this when I was your age. Like, what are you talking about? But no, don't get me wrong though. My mama house in Detroit is lit. She's not from the slums. But you know, mom from Detroit, so different walks of life. And the apartment was nice, y'all. Like I'm not gonna cap. Like I was just like, never had no rats and roaches.
Hell no.
I am not 21, baby. I did not sleep with no rats and roaches. Like my apartment was clean. I had pest control used to come out once a month, baby. Like we did not have them problems. Like it was renovated. The apartment was cool. It was 2 bedroom. I was lit. I had a whole patio, like what you wanna call it, balcony situation going on. It was cool. So yeah, the apartment was nice. I was just being a brat. But then I had to like sit back and realize that you're living in the answer prayer. Like growing up, you would have killed to have an apartment like in Atlanta, like chilling by yourself. Like just look at that. You don't have to go back to your mama's house. Like this is the whole apartment, girl. If you don't just graduated college, a 2 bedroom apartment in Atlanta, like come on now, your mama worked hard for that. You need to chill. And so it's like that's when I like started realizing, like especially more so now, like definitely takes going through something to realize. But it's like we get so caught up in what society like rules as successful or the approval of others, like not realizing it's somebody praying for that exact life that you're living. Like they're playing for the same life, play by play, just waiting on it to happen, and you living in it and you pouting. Like what? So, anyways, mommy, I know I say it all the time, but if you're watching these, I'm sorry for always being such a brat. But you're literally like the best mommy ever, Twinsky. But you know, can't say it won't happen again. Can't say I'm done being a brat. You know that. All I can say is, I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. Love you much. What's up, y'all? We have now made it to our first segment of the show. Yes, one of my favorite segments. I mean, I like all the segments, but this is definitely a good one, a very important one. This is one that's very important in my life right now, actually. So that's why I want to share with you guys. We have now made it to the mindfulness segment. So today, this episode, I kind of formatted this segment a little bit different, and we're gonna start off with a word. One word to describe what you would call your transition season. Since we're talking about transitioning from adulthood, from college into adulthood, transitioning back to the just life's transitions. What is one word to describe that season for you? So my word that I would describe in what I'm going through right now, my stage of life, I would definitely use the word resilience. All right, okay. And of course, I know that you guys should know what that means, especially if you're subscribed to this and you're one of my podcast viewers, please. But anyways, resilience is the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness, might I add. No, I'm gonna drop something. I'm gonna drop something on you. I'm gonna drop something. Everyone always glorifies how strong. Let's make it biblical. Let's take it biblical terms. Let's go biblical. You know, everyone's always glorifying how strong Job was and instructs you to hold on and be like Job. Hold on. Just hold on. You know, when the Lord takes, He's going to give you something back tenfold. You just got to hold on, like, until it's actually time to be like Job. Please. So, like, growing up, I've always been the one who had everything, like, every cool new gadget. I got my first car at 16. If it was hot, Brianna, Michelle Poole had it. Like, I never missed a trend. Like, I never missed nothing. But, like, ever since I graduated college, it's been seeming like God has been making sure I know who the real idol is. Like, He been making it known, like, God can give you all this, and I can take all this. And even still, if I take all this, would you still love me the same way, like when I gave you all this? No 21 questions. Okay, we ain't going 50 cent. We ain't going 50 cent. Would you love me if I was down and out? Okay. Girl. Okay, see? Bible, biblical, God. So, He's just definitely been making sure that I know who, like, my real idol is, or that there is no idols other than Him. Because just like I said, just like He can give it to you, He can take it away. So, and even still, we can't doubt this stuff. Like, what can we do with it? So, yeah. He's definitely been, like, testing my faith as well as my character. But I'm honestly proud of myself because even though, like, I have all of the things and I've lost some things, even though they've been coming back. We ain't getting into that yet, though. It's not time for that. But I would give them all up, literally. Like what they say, can I just touch that head with your garment? Like, literally, it's never that serious. Like, none of this stuff is ever that serious as opposed to Him, God. Like, I'm like, take it all. What you want? You want this? You want that? What you need? What you need, twin? You grab it. And it was like, oh, you will. Bet, let's see. Like, most definitely. Like, let me see. And I feel like I'm doing my big one, honestly. So, like, when I tell y'all, it got to a point where I was like, okay, God, like, I know I said more of you and less of me. And I know I said I wanted to be close enough to hear you, to feel like you was sitting on the bed with me, even twin. Like, I wanted to be rapping it, kicking it, like talking like this, that, and the third. Like, I know I said that. But it's not always pretty and like peaches and cream when you're actually in close proximity to God. Don't get me wrong, being in close proximity to God is amazing. I love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, and I'm not complaining. But it's not like everybody thinks it's like lilies and roses. Like, no. Especially like when He knows you. Like, to be one of God's children is such a blessing, but just like you get punished from the parents who birthed you, can you imagine the punishments from the one who created you? Like, the one that thought of you, the one that put you here? So can you imagine, but just think about it, like, if you think about it, like, why the punishments are so harsh and so tough, because it's like, imagine like you creating something, like you're literally thinking of something, and then you created it, you gave it this life, you gave it all of this, and all you told it was, do this, and you'll be fine. Do this, and you'll end up here. And then you go around, but you already know that the kid is going to be a kid. And it's still, even though you told it, all you got to do is this, and you'll get this. Or all you got to do is this, and you'll be this. But you know they're going to deliberately go out and just steal. And then when they finally learn the lesson, they're going to come back to you like, why didn't you just say? When all you really did, you really...
It's not clocking to you.
Again, imagine how frustrating it is. So then it's like, we be thinking like, dang, why did he go so hard? But it's like, dang, he probably didn't even go hard enough. 9 times out of 10. Because how many times it took you to learn that one lesson? How How many times you went through that to where you just said you was like, oh God, okay, God dang. So how much did he actually have to put you through for you to finally, you feel me?
Got to see it through, my boy. God damn
But then when you look at it on the bright side, you think about it, you know how special you are of a person that God notices you and loves you enough to punish you and get you back in line when you out of line. Like you know how special of a person you have to be to have divine protection. To be in groups of people in situations you had no business in for years. And you sit up there like, why am I going through this? Why am I like this? But there comes a point. Even like there comes a point. Be like, I done told you to stop kicking it with them. I done told you to stop doing that. I done told you. I done told you. I didn't even gave you new friends. I done put you in new environments. I done put you in new situations, but you still keep going back that way. So it's gonna come to a point like, yeah, you're gonna have to fight yourself out of it. Because if you want it so bad, have it. So not only does he pull you out, but he shows you so much grace, and all you have to do was just choose him from the beginning, literally. That brings us to the pressure to have it all together, like right after school, Like when you start going through so much and life starts putting you through all those different trials and tribulations, and you're like, God, do you see me? What is going on? And then it's like a lot of that pressure is coming from the pressure that we're putting on ourselves just because we're trying to measure ourselves up to what society says is true, what's correct, what should be going on. Like you graduate, you go to school, you grow up, you go to school, you go to college, you graduate, you get this job, then you live your life, you start a family. That's how it is. So it's like when you get to a certain age or when you get to certain achievements in life, but you don't have everything all figured out like it should be or like by the book like they said, and it's like you have this pressure to have it all together, especially like right after school. It's stressful. You start getting older and you start putting like these imaginary timestamps on when we believe like certain parts of our lives or certain tasks should have been completed already, especially once we get that degree. Like, they also don't tell you about what happens if you don't get that dream job right out of college. Like, what do you mean I have a whole degree in biology and I'm over here styling people and cleaning dressing rooms and putting up go bags? Like, literally slaving and promoting somebody else's brand just to get some simple commission. Like, God, you know how big I want to go. Like, you know what I want to do with this teeth thing. Like, you know why I started off being a scientist. Like, now I'm really about to turn into a mad scientist. Because what?
Please remove yourself from my
What do
laboratory.
you mean? I'm begging, like, I'm literally asking my godmom because my godmom owns his bar. So like when I first moved back home and I couldn't find nothing, or like when I was working at like Nordstrom and like doing all of that to get like my money together, like oh my god, job was so annoying. Like no, the customers was fire. I love the customers. Like I love the customers, and like one of my customers like used to tip faithfully. Like I love the customers, but that doggone job was so annoying. I love my coworkers too. My coworkers is cool. Well, like the people that work on the floor with me, but like the higher ups. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, my godmom owns this bar. Y'all should check it out. It's pretty fire. But I was like asking her, could I like pick up shifts at her bar, like just so I could be able to like help my mom a little bit, because my mom was sacrificing so much for me just so I would be able to not have to come back to her house. So it's like I wanted to have some type of money to help out back then, like just because all I had to do be responsible with was like little utilities and shit. So it's like, dang girl, you just got mad at yourself for stuttering. Why did you have to curse? Nah, like I was just asking my godmom could like I come to the bar and like pick up some shit, make some quick little money, just so I could like still go out and do my thing, without like being such like a bother. And so I'm like, what you mean? I'm taking orders from somebody that don't even know how to properly fry an egg.
Are you slow?
Their brain cells not all the way there. So that was a doozy. Anyways, looking back, those jobs taught me a lot about discernment. And when it comes to who is really like living the life that they say they live, shout out to the different customers and the different environments. And it also taught me like humility because even though I might have been smart when it comes to like books, and my coworkers there helped me understand like, how to hustle and how to get some real money if you really want it for real life. Because at the bar, first of all, like if you let them, they will definitely walk all over you and take your stuff. So you definitely gotta have some. So that was another like annoying thing there, like, but it definitely taught me some discernment, taught me some toughness, taught me if you want something, you can go and get it. Taught me what's yours is yours. Taught me respect. It taught me a lot of stuff that I need to know. So yeah, if you really want it, you're gonna go get it. And that's one thing that I will say. That's one thing that I will say about life, period, like me, period, like my family, period. Like we've just always been taught, like, if you want something, you definitely have to go and get it. Whether that be school, whether that be, I don't know what your own passion is, like, you just find something, lock in on it. So drawing this all back to while I'm doing all this yapping, how mindfulness will help you when you feel behind. That's what I was saying, like the pressure to have everything all together. This segment is should help you, like how to be mindful when you feel like life's coming too fast. So this mindfulness segment, when it comes to my life, is fairly new. We're gonna say that it's become a thing. It started being a thing in February, and it's the end of October now. It's about to be November, definitely. So it's been some time with it. It's new, but I'm just now figuring out the ins and outs now. Like, I started in February, so I guess it wouldn't be as new, but it's still fresh. It's not a year yet. So I'm still figuring the ins and outs. But what I will say is that since I've started yoga as well as getting deeper in my religion and getting closer to God, like remaining calm in situations that used to startle me has become a lot better. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna put maybe I did just tell a lie because I said a lot better. It's gotten better. I shouldn't put an adjective in front of it because it's still a work in progress. So we're gonna say it's gotten better. So if I ask my brother and my mom, they probably won't say a lot better, but they'll probably say better. Like you can see the growth. You can definitely see the growth. The growth is there. Like out to 10. However, I am finally understanding what people mean when they say, you don't even understand what it took for me to be this calm. Like for the longest, I used to be like, what is my mom talking about? Like, what is she talking about? Like, girl, what are you being so soft for?
Whoop that ass! Whoop it! Whoop.
But honestly, there comes a point where you realize, girl, you can't keep crashing out. Like, I can't keep beating everybody up. I can't keep blowing everything up into flames. Like, there comes a point where you get tired of like your own BS. And you're just like, you know what? Enough is definitely enough.
That's enough.
Guys, you have to like protect your own peace. Like, because people in this world, like, first of all, everybody isn't happy. Everybody isn't a good person. Everybody isn't peaceful. Everybody doesn't want more. Everybody doesn't want better. So it's like, you got to protect your own peace. Like, why would a miserable person want to come around and make sure that you're not miserable? No, they want you to be miserable right there with them because they don't got the balls, the guts, the strength, the fight, the willpower to get up into, yeah, what happened to me was nasty. Yeah, I didn't kind of like how this happened to me. But you know what? Life isn't fair and I'm going to get up and I'm going to give it another shot because I don't deserve to put this back into the world just because it happened to me. You got to be the change that you want to be in the world. But everybody doesn't have that in them. And so I had to realize that. Like, and it's just now clicking. Like, everybody not built like that. Everybody's brain is not wired like that. Everybody does not have that get back. Everybody does not have that. Everybody don't have it. And it's like, fortunately for me, like my whole life, like I've kind of been surrounded by those type of people. So it's like kind of recently, like this year, well, within the last couple of years, I say like I've been placed in like environments with like regular people, like regular miserable day to day people, like get up, same routine, same different day people, like people that don't want to think more, people that don't want more, like.
Call this place loser.
And I had to get up out of there, baby. I ain't in there. I'm not in there no more. It's like God showed me, like, this is what it could be, baby. Is you ready to move? I had to move. Like, I ain't never been so scared in my life. It was like I was in a matrix. Like, I was stuck in a trance. Like, I have never, like, oh my God. Like, if you've ever done
I'm finding it.
extracurricular activities, like extracurricular activities that make you feel like everything looks like a cartoon. Have you ever done things like that? Like, that make you animate things? Like, it felt like I was on one of them trips. Like, stop. So, yeah, like, once I realized that and that everybody wasn't wired like that, and I didn't want to be in that type of environment, that wasn't the type of person that I was. Like, I realized that I had to protect what I had created. I had to protect what I've grown so much to be, like what I've grown older to be, what my mom poured into me, what my family poured into me, what my support system poured into me, what I was taught, like the change that I want to be in the world, I'm going to be it. So I had to realize, like, I had to protect me, I had to protect that peace, and I can't let something that's miserable take that from me or make me step down and feel like I got to prove to them, like I got to get right with them, or I got to be tough with them to show them that I can be one of them, because I can't get like, but for what? And 9 times out of 10, right after I done got like that, I'd be so embarrassed. Like, I'd be so embarrassed. And it's like the last situation where I let it take me out of character, it didn't even take me fully out of character. Like, that situation, like, people probably thought I was mad because like they haven't really seen me mad for real. And it was in like I guess kind of like an office setting. So I guess people might have thought like, oh my gosh, that's great. Like, they probably thought that I was mad, but like I didn't even let it fully get to how angry I am. Like, the last situation I got to where I was actually embarrassed about it is why I did not let that situation get like that. So baby steps, like I am learning, like, and definitely now I won't even get like when I got to my last situation. But the last situation before that situation, like it was toxic. It was like with a friend that I thought like was not my friend anymore, but a friend that I thought like would never not be my friend, like. And after the situation, I mean,
You do it again, I'm gonna rock your world in this month. So rocky.
did what I need to do, and I was fine. But after the situation, like I was embarrassed. Like, even in the middle of the situation, like when they started like calling out, like I eased up then, like, because then it's just like I couldn't even believe that that's what was going on. So after that situation, though, like I was just so embarrassed, and I just couldn't believe like that's what that got to. Like, we're 28 years old. Like, we didn't know each other our whole life. You wait to get 28 years old to come and do something like this, like that was just ridiculous. So anyways, but ain't no coming back from that ever. Don't regret it. Wouldn't change it. Didn't start it. Might have finished it. But it's just embarrassing. Like, and it was over. I wasn't even lying. Like, the situation was supposed to be like I was lying about a situation, but it's just like, come on, bro, 1 + 1 is 2. Like, I'm not just gonna pull this out my butt crack. Like, if your friend was talking to his friend in a group chat, and what was said in the group chat is what I repeated to you, but I'm not in said group chat, you aren't in said group chat. So if it had to be said and I found out about it, then it had to be said from your friend, placed into the group chat that my friend is in, that I'm laying right here on my friend and he's scrolling down the group chat. He's like, and that's another thing that people don't understand. Like, I was reading a lot of this stuff as it was happening. Like, me and my friend really didn't have boundaries. It's a lot that a lot of people did not know because they missed out on. But anyways, yes, like if I'm telling you what was said from your said friend, and I'm not in the group chat and you're not in the group chat, then obviously my friend told me from the group chat that him and your said friend are in. And what I said was the truth because you never said it was a lie. You asked me how did I know that, and then you got mad at that. So then to sit up here and say that I'm lying on your friend, bro, is it crack that you smoke?
The fuck? Shit. God damn it.
Take the time to sit back and think about half the stuff that happened. Just use your brain for 5 seconds. Like, just chill out. Just calm down and just think.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait.
And I just couldn't believe that it even got that far and it even turned into that. So that kind of helped me with the last situation that happened in around February. I didn't even get half as bad as I used to get in the past. And now I won't even get that mad as I got in February. But it was at that moment when I realized, there comes a point. And your flesh is going to try you every single day. And you just got to get that mind strong enough to withstand anything that is not of you and of your peace. Which is why grounding yourself when everything feels like it's shifting is important. I like how I did that there. But yes, this is what brings us to our grounding exercise. Yes, we're gonna do our breathing exercise. You're just gonna ground yourself. Just think of everything that's positive. Be grateful in the moment. Be thankful in the moment. Thank God yourself for bringing you through. You feel me? And so before we get started, I want you to unclench your jaw. Let me do that too. Unclench your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Hold your head up. And tell yourself that you got this and everything is going to be just fine. I promise you it's going to be okay, twin. And with this exercise, we're just going to take a couple deep breaths in and out, hold it for 4 in between, and vibe out. Just some positive affirmations. Because you know what, child? You are loved. And if ain't nobody ever told you that, let me tell you that. So go ahead, ground yourself. Breath in and hold it. Hold it out. Breathe in. Hold it. Let it out. Let you take a couple by yourself. All right, y'all. Yes, we have now made it to our next segment of the show, which is called the Drip Drop segment. Yes, this is our fit check segment. I give y'all a fit check that nobody asked for, but I'm going to give it to y'all anyway, because you know your girl say, lie. That's one of my favorite things about me. Always got that on. You feel me?
He got that shit on though.
So since this episode is called Back to the A, and we're talking about transitioning into adulthood after college and going back to your hometown, this fit is giving very much, I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL.
I'm so ATL. I'm so ATLANTAGA, bitch, fuck the rest. Fuck them one time, now he going to get me tatted on his neck. I don't play by my respect, always screaming we the best. He can always call my phone, but bitch, he better not call collect. And I'm like, woo, I'm so ATL, always been about a bag. And you know I'm fine as hell, true religion on my ass. Dimmy too, that be my smell. Bitches claiming she the hardest, but that's me, so I can't tell. And I'm like, let's go, I'm so AT. Fuck around and call me an AP. New nigga, new bag, new day, please. He be getting
it wouldn't go right if I go forces. And I don't really care what y'all calling me on whole town. Like, forget all that all white G Bezos or some uptowns. Uptowns! Get that shit out of here.
You need to leave.
What? Uptowns. Boy, please. I'm putting forces on and shut up. So to me, what does grown and fly look like? What is grown and fly? Because can you be grown and fly? People think like when you get older and stuff, like you start wearing like, I don't know, like you go corny, but you don't gotta go corny when you get older. Like you just gotta age well. You just gotta, you feel me? Like you shouldn't be 30 with what on like a fedora. I hate fedoras. Why are you wearing fedoras? Oh, another thing, brunch boots. Why do you have on Chelsea's? Why do you have on brunch boots? I hate that. Things like that. You know, a denim jacket dress. I'm with them. Stop wearing that. Why do you have on a denim jacket dress? I like jean jackets though, so they missing me with that one. I still rock a nice jean jacket. You feel me? But the denim jacket dresses and you could be grown and fly. You know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be. Why do you have on emojis? Why are you walking around looking like my iPhone? You should never did that, and you know that. So yeah. But anyways, as I'm stepping into my 30s, living in my late 20s, because I ain't 30 yet. I'm almost there, but I ain't there yet now. Hold on. My style is really like a walking contradiction. I don't know. That's kind of like my favorite thing about me. Because, I mean, honestly, does being an adult mean no sweats and Crocs to Walmart anymore? My family literally gets on me like all the time because if it's just like a simple errand or it's like something like, I mean, not even a simple errand, like, well, yeah, simple errand. Most of the stuff is simple errands. I really don't care what I have on. I have like this one pair of Uggs. Dang, I should have brought them out so I could have showed y'all what they look like. But I have like this one pair of Uggs where like the sole is not even there anymore. But they're like so freaking comfortable. And like, I don't know, like messy Uggs is like character. My friend said that the other day. Like he was like, that's character. And I was like, exactly. Like they want me to throw them away and they're like, I'm like, no, like y'all, I could literally like point my whole foot and you could see it. Like that's how bad it is. But it's like, I love them. And I have other pairs of Uggs, but I just like those. I broke them in perfectly. I love them. Just put them on with like sweatpants or you put them on like some really baggy pants or just some leggings or like a hoodie. Like 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. So I'm never letting them go. They're like my house shoes, but like outside the house. But don't get me wrong, when it's time to put that on, like when I really feel like it, best believe I'm gonna take it there every time. I mean, y'all see it, y'all see the material. So like my style, I would kind of just describe it as like, it's like street fashion and it's like tomboyish, but I can still go in between like being a girl. Like I have moments where I want to be girly, like, and I can put on like, I can put on my little skin tights and I could dress like I could be a lady. Put on a dress and a skirt. I can cross my legs. Look at me. But let me see. Okay, well. But yeah, like I can still dress like a girl, like I still put it on. But it's like whenever I dress like a girl, like I be cute and it be for the moment, but I be so ready to come home and take the clothes off. Like, and I be like that like since a little kid. Like on my mom's graduation when she graduated college, like they put and I used to hate Easter. Oh my gosh, but they put like this ruffly dress, and the dress is cute. Pictures are cute. Ruffly socks and dress in little black shiny patent leather shoes they used to have on us. But like that junk was so itchy, like I scratched and screamed the whole graduation. I could not wait to get home and take it off. But anyways, I like vintage things. I love thrift stores. I like the thrift. I like designer definitely mixed in. But it's like my whole thing, like I like the mix and match. Like so honestly and truly, like if I had to describe my style or when it comes to my style, I would kind of like say like the clothes don't make me, I make the clothes. Honestly and truly, like, and I ain't even trying to toot my own horn, like The clothes don't make me. I make the clothes. Like, it doesn't matter what it is or where it came from. Like, I feel like if you know how to put it on and you know how to put it together, and you really know what's going on, it don't really matter how much stuff it costs. It don't really matter where it came from. If you know how to drip drop, it's in you. It's in you, not on you. And that's one thing to remember. But if I had to like name some people that I look up to fashion wise, I will always go like Tiana Taylor, Lil Yachty, Pharrell, Kanye, Cardi. She be eating up. Cardi be on y'all X. You know, and that's just to name a few for real. I ain't racking my brain about it. I don't feel like racking my brain, but that's like off the top, like 9 times out of 10, who I'm looking at to be like with it on. I'm looking that way, that type of vibe. So right now, I guess I would say I'm dressing like the person I'm growing into because usually I have spurts. I've always been tomboyish. Like, I'm gonna always wear something baggy. Like, that's been me. Like, actually, when I started dressing like a girl, I didn't start kind of dressing like a girl until like 10th grade. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my grandma was like a bit worried about me when I was growing up. She used to ask about me all the time. But I didn't start dressing like a girl until like 10th grade. Like, because girl clothes aren't comfortable to me. And I like to be comfortable. Like, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, I just like to be comfortable. But as I've gotten older and grown more into my femininity, I've learned how to kind of like intertwine them. And I'm getting really good at it now. So it's like, now I would definitely say like, it's definitely who I'm growing into, because like even still now, like I'll go girly. I love to go girly now. I don't like to keep it on, but I'll do it. Like, and I can get fly with it. I can still look girly like this, you know, intertwining. So definitely growing into it. But I'm actually like, as I'm getting older, like I'm just looking forward to becoming exuberantly more sexy. And it's not even more so like clothes. Like, I want my whole demeanor to just ooze out, you know, like that bitch. I've been doing better. I said I was going to curse, or I'm trying to work on my cursing, but as opposed to the last episode, I think I definitely cut it down a little bit. But I couldn't see. You gotta feel me. Like, I want my whole to just ooze out that bitch energy, you know. And it's like I had kind of started going towards that. Like, I took a trip to Cabo, and I had on like a whole bunch of sexy outfits. Like, it looked great. They were fly too, but I got so drunk I didn't wear any of them. We were formed on that too, y'all. Shout out to that. Like, I used to go out like every day. And I was going out like every day for like 3 years.
Damn.
Like, I was going out every single day for 3 years. If not every single day, every other day. Like, I realized how much money I was spending on that when I was forced to sit down. Like, that was ridiculous. Y'all, like, and I don't baby go out. Like, I gotta get the hookah. Like, I'm drinking. Like, when I go out, I go out. I've gotten better with that too. Shout out to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I know how to, like, you don't gotta get toasted every time you go somewhere. You can have a little cute little, you know, get your little meal, get your little app, get your little 1 or 2 little cocktails. You don't gotta be wasted every time you go out. Everything don't gotta be a shot. Everything don't gotta be hard liquor. Drink a little margarita. That's okay. Calm down, baby. Everything don't gotta be a double shot of Don Julio Reposado. You feel me? Leaning into growing into being more sexy. Like, even one of the things though, some of my girly outfits that I had bought for Cabo, like I was excited because, like, man, I went all out with the sexy outfits. Like, you know how you've been waiting all your life to wear something like the outfits that your mom be like, ah, that's too grown, you can't wear that. Like, I was finally grown enough to wear the outfit. So I had really did my big one. I haven't put nothing on, so I can't wait to wear them. Like, but the restaurants, the place, they gonna eat me up. I be like, but I was so excited to like finally be grown enough to dress like that. It's like I be forgetting that I already beat like teen pregnancy. Like, I don't know, sometimes I be walking around on eggshells like I'm still 12 or something, like I can't wear this, and my mom gonna be like, you can't wear that. But like sometimes I drag it when I realize that, hey, I can actually wear this. And then I get it and be like, I am not wearing that.
You look like a slut.
But yeah, it's growing. Fashion is definitely growing as I am growing. And I'm kind of like unpredictable. I'm a wild card. Like some days I might come out looking like your homeboy. Some days I might come out looking like your girl. Like that's one thing about me too. Like when I date, one thing I will say, like everybody that I've ever dated has always known how to put an outfit on. So I always leave with merch. Most definitely. I got so much merch from my, even if I hit you once, you part of my collection. What did you say? I got so much merch for my collection or whatever. Good merch too. So yeah, if we're dating, I'm definitely gonna be in the closet, like mixing and matching, like, but I don't give back, so be careful. Let's get into the real about coming home. The reality check that we gotta go through. The expectations versus what's for real. All right, so boom. I just graduated from college. I took an extra year because I took the scenic route, mind your business, if you know what I mean. So 5 long, hard years of strictly science and the BS that life was throwing at me simultaneously. So at this point, I'm feeling on top of the world. You can't tell me anything, yo. But the highness quickly wore off once I processed that I was now unemployed. You mean to tell me I'm pretty sure I'm smarter and have worked harder than a lot of your average Americans, and I'm unemployed. All that money I just put in to further my studies, and I'm unemployed. Like, really, my grounding techniques back then probably would have been inhale, peace, exhale, Sally May. Like, be so for real right now. Like, 23, unemployed, in the city of Atlanta. I mean, honestly, it's not that hard to thrive in Atlanta unemployed if you know your way around the city. But as for me, though, I need mine by the book. Now, if a friend decides to bless me out of the kindness of their heart, every now and then, of course, I accepted it. I don't block blessings. But, when you got your degree and you automatically think, okay, cool, big girl job. Upon graduation date, negative.
Oh, girl, please, bitch, ho.
So, boom. I have an apartment. And then I was also gung-ho. I went and got a big girl car, trying to be cute. So now I'm looking around like, we need some money, twin. So all of my jobs growing up have like always been retail. So like my very first job was at Six Flags. I mean, are you really from Atlanta if that wasn't your first job? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check you about that one. So after Six Flags, then I went retail. I started at Abercrombie and Fitch, and then I went to Ulta. Then I did a little bit Saks and Nordstrom's as well. And what I will say is I have always kept a fly job. Like, come on, my jobs. Like, literally. Six Flags, Abercrombie, Ulta, Saks, Nordstrom, and then I went dental assistant. Like, I've been like, growing up, like, all my friends, they used to be like, you stay getting the flyest job. I don't like any of those jobs. Well, Six Flags wasn't bad. They paid weekly. Nordstrom was good because the commission was crazy and then the tips, crazy. But it's just like, I hated being there. I didn't want to be at any of those. I did not want to wake up and go to work. Like, well, I don't hate assistant. I like assistant. I like assistant a lot, but like, Everything else has always been just little stuff to get me by. Like, I definitely treat them as such too. Like, I used to be a very firm that jobber. Like, at that jobber, like, I was very, very firm at that job. Like, I was called out all the time. Like, I've never been one to like slave for a company. Like, and I guess at my last job, like the staff that was there would probably consider me slaving to the company for that. But those were just people who've never seen someone who liked their job. All I was doing was just genuinely showing up and liking my job, and that ruffled a lot of feathers. But if someone was to tell me like you have to do this to keep this job, or I'm gonna take the job away from you, like I've never like changed to keep a job. Well, eventually I did get rude because you get on my nerves, but like at first, like people hate when you just come to work, do your job, and go home and don't want to talk to them, and that's me. Like I have no need to perform for you. I have no need to make you want to be my friend. I have no need to join your clique. Like, I have no need for that. Like, I have enough friends at home. I can sit at home and not have the TV playing, not have no music playing. Like, I could just vibe out by myself all day. Like, recently when I started having people around me, like, that can't do that, but I didn't realize, like, that wasn't normal. Like,
it's perfectly fine to shut the fuck up sometimes.
And I'm telling y'all, like, I'm so reformed. Like, people that meet me now might think that I'm aggressive, or they might think that I'm sassy, or they might think, but this is me, like, reformed. Like, and I still have a ways to go. But back in the day, Brianna. And I call my mama, like, in the parking, like, Mommy, you don't believe what just happened. And she's like, what? And I told her what happened. And my mama was like, as you should. That job, girl. Like, my mom was backing me up. And once my mama tell me I'm not wrong, I am not wrong. 2020, so I graduated college, yeah. So I went back home and I'm like, I gotta get some money. I gotta figure something out now. You know, cause like now I'm back home. I'm back in the A. Like I'm back with my hometown friends. Like we going to happy hour. Like we hanging out on the weekends. We buying sections. Like we taking trips. Like I'm like, okay, like I'm back with my peoples. Like we spending money. Like I gotta get some money. So boom, I'm like, okay, so no big girl job right off the bat. Like my mom was gonna try to get me on with CDC, but I just didn't want to go there because I didn't want to get stuck. Like I wanted to be a dentist. Like, and I was dilly dallying and being lazy and scared of my potential. And so I was acting like what I should have did was just going to take the test and went to dental school. But I psyched myself out of it. So I'm like, I need some money. So that's when I applied to Nordstrom. And it was like pretty cool at first, but then my manager that had hired me when I was there, she had went on maternity leave. And we got another lady, like a replacement lady, like our stand-in lady. I forgot what they call her, but she did not like me. And let's just say I'm not one to make colored people, feel comfortable. Like when colored person doesn't like me and I know it, I typically tend to like make it worse. It's for my ancestors. So it's like I'm not walking on eggshells because you're weak and you're mediocre. And that's typically where I run into issues with the other side. So when you look like me, like society kind of wants you to like sit down and shut up and be the version of you who they create in their head. Like it's okay if you operate to the potential that they have you have, but as soon as you start going above and beyond what they have in their head for you, then that's when the problem comes. But anyways, at Nordstrom, it was either like commission or hourly, but commission always hit harder for me. Like the commission checks was always the checks that you wanted. So we would get goals at the beginning of the week, like that we should meet. Like some of my coworkers and stuff, like if you didn't meet it, like there were some repercussions, especially like if you continuously didn't meet it, that cut your hours, like you wouldn't get scheduled as much and stuff like that. So you know, like when you work enough, you start learning the numbers, how much you need to make to get like the check you want. So me, being who I am, just like with anything that I do that I like, I kind of hyperfixate on it to figure it out, and I work my move with it. I could come to work on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and like probably only close on like a Saturday, but probably do an open on a Friday, close on a Saturday, close on a Sunday. Like those 3 days, I could make my whole goal. Or I could probably work a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday. I make everything I need for the week. So it got to a point where like once I figured out, and then like I had my customers that was calling like, "Hey, you got this in, you got that in, like, can I come by this?" Like, so it got to a point where like during the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like them slow days, like I was continuously calling off. Like I was not going to work. Like my friends, like say we'll be out like the night before when they like, "Brianna, go to work. You know you have work in the morning. You need to go to work." I'm like, "I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work." So like my friends, the group chat, like on some happy hour, I'm like, "I'm down. Let's go." And I call down. They like, "Girl, you're never at work." Like I swear to God, I stuck that out till like right about like my birthday. And my class was tipping like they was tipping good. Like I was getting like $500 tips. Like so like working the 3 days on top of the tips that I was getting consistently, like I was working my mother. I was doing my little one too. Lamb chops, strawberry margarita, kiwi man hookah thing, yeah. Like I was eating. So, I thugged that out till around about my birthday. And mind you, the lady already didn't like me. And mind you, I had been calling out oh so much. So boom. Like my birthday come and it's blackout. So and my birthday is in December. So it's blackout time. And they're like, she's like, yeah, like I'm not gonna be able to take off on my birthday or something like that. And I'm like, so, I thugged that out till around about my birthday. And mind you, the lady already didn't like me. And mind you, I had been calling out oh so much. So boom. Like my birthday come and it's blackout. So and my birthday is in December. So it's blackout time. And they're like, she's like, yeah, like I'm not gonna be able to take off on my birthday or something like that. And I'm like,
PTO, yeah, that doesn't mean paid time off. I'm actually not even really sure.
She was like, she around scheduling me my birthday, and I didn't show up.
Okay.
And then so yeah, she ended up calling me like a couple days later. Because after that, I just never went back to work. I ended up going to my grandparents' house for Christmas. Like I just said, screw it, because my birthday was on the 19th, and I had the cabin until I want to say like the 22nd. The 22nd? The 22nd. I think I had it to the 22nd or the 23rd, one of them days. And then, but I know then it was Christmas Eve and it was Christmas. So I wasn't going to work on Christmas Eve. And we were off Christmas. So yeah, I went to Detroit. I'm like, screw it. I'm on vacation. I done already said F this job. So, because I was already expecting us to have a job anyway. And it's like, I noticed how that lady was going to get me out of there. Like, I knew she already wanted me out of there anyway. And typically when I already know that you want me out of there and I'm just working my move, I'm just going to work it until I don't feel like working it no more. Like, I'm going to work it until I need it. And then once I'm done needing it, then it's like, at this point, you're going to think you're having your way and you finally won. But really and truly, I just stopped playing. You can see when I stop playing. It's very obvious when I stop playing. Because you win. As long as I'm playing. Okay, thank you. She ended up calling me like the day after Christmas. And she was like, Brianna, I'm pretty sure you already know what's going on. And I was like, yeah, you can just send me my termination letter. I was like, you can just email me my termination letter. It's cool. And she was like, so taken aback that I didn't have a reaction or like that I didn't have anything. So I was just like, yeah, you can just email me my termination letter. Like, because girl, I only needed that to buy my cabins in the bottle. Like after the birthday party was had, girl, screw the job. I had already started going to like assistant school too, because I had already knew that I was getting tired of that. Like I already knew that something had to give. And like usually when I know that something has to give and I start getting tired of something, like I always go back to school. And I go to my next step. So it's like, yeah, I had started assistant school like right when I knew I was getting tired of that job. Almost time for me to start my externship. Because I was supposed to start my externship in January anyway. So I wasn't going to be able to, I was going to have to quit anyway. So it just worked out perfectly for me. Like I took a Christmas vacation and boom, pop back in, went straight to extern, and I started assisting. Like that's how it be. Like when God is ready for me to go somewhere else, He typically puts me there as long as I listen. Like, but that be the thing. Like it take a minute for me to get it because I'm like, well, give me a sign. Well, give me another sign. You know. But I listen. So now let's talk about the identity shift that you have to have when you move back home after college, or when you transitioning into adulthood after college. Like you're no longer. Well, I was no longer college Brianna. I was no longer the college Bree. You were no longer college whoever you were, who that person was back then. So you're kind of like feeling in between. You're not a student, but you're not yet fully established as to who you really want to be. So boom, by this point, I'm probably like 24 now. I just can't keep saying F this job. Like I said, this is when I started going to like assistant school, and I flew through that. And like my teacher was telling me to take it all the way, like I had planned to. Like he was like, "It's gonna be way bigger than this for you." Like he like, "Yeah, you definitely should like be a dentist." Like I had like my teacher used to always big up me. Like he's like, I've had a lot of assistants, like taught a lot of assistants throughout my life or whatever, but he's like, I like you, and he's like, and you got something. Like, and one thing I'll tell you, like my professors, like they be telling me I got something, and then it's like the people that I look up to, they be telling me that I got that dog in me. But I had to figure out that I had that dog in me myself. Fast forward to my first office, I had flew through my externship. So I did my externship, and they offered me my first job, and they started paying me earlier than I was supposed to even get paid. Like they put me on payroll quick. Should be my first red flag, huh? they taught me a lot. Like it had its problems, and it had what it came with. I appreciate my first office, and they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot of stuff. And they also taught me what I didn't want to put up with too. They taught me what wasn't worth it as well. Like I went through so much. Like I'm not gonna say I went through so much. Like it was just agony at my first job. But like my first job in the area that it was in, with the patience that I had, because I started my very first office at the West End, y'all. Like it wasn't in the West End, like in the West End Mall, but where that Krispy Kreme is and where the suites are, and like the office behind it is where I started at. I started over there. Did I just drop too much information? I don't know. I don't work there anymore. But the other sister there was like, go get some more experience anyway. Like, of course, she showed me to go get some more experience. So it was just like, that's what I did. And it may have not have been all peaches and cream, but the dental field isn't all peaches and cream, is what I'm starting to realize. And since it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life, I'll put up with a little bit more than I used to, which is how I knew I was ready to take it like to the next step. We'll talk about that later down the line though, because at this last place I left, I did put up with. Looking back, even though I was in there saying that I'm not going for a lot because I didn't go for a lot, but like the stuff that I did go for, I still, like if I was in my right mind, I wouldn't have went for that. That was not me. If you met me at the last place I was just at, I'm sorry that you met me. I was kind of using that like to push me to grow up. I was like, okay, if this fall through, if this don't work, if he really don't want me here, God really don't have this for me, like he gonna take it away. He did. And that helped a lot, actually. It pushed me so much. I don't want to put y'all in like too much of my business yet. I know I keep saying that. But yeah, that helped me so much. But my first office prepared me for that. Because the attitude that I left with from my first office, I didn't bring it into my second office. I still came clean slate. I still was cool. Like my second office, like the patients that I dealt with at the West End helped me deal with my coworkers in College Park. If that makes sense. It's like the patients and my coworkers was one and the same. So that's how I was able to deal with that for as long as I dealt with it. And it's like for the longest I didn't even notice it. That's the thing. So it's like when I finally noticed what was going on, it's like I felt like I had to get back to all the stuff that I had let slide. And it's just like, it really wasn't even. But I felt so dry. Like once my eyes like started opening, I started seeing what was going on and what I was putting up with. Cause I was really just coming to work, doing my job, and going home. So it's like the little stuff that was being thrown my way, I really didn't care because it was a plethora of people in there. Even though I didn't like one group of people, it's not even necessarily that I didn't like one group of people. Like I didn't care about one whole group of people, and that's what bothered that group of people. Like some people you click with, some people you don't. That's just life. That's just what it is. So it's like I was vibing really hard with one group of people because it's just like you could tell that we had been in similar walks of life. We got each other. Like it just made sense. Like it was natural. It wasn't forced. So I was kicking it with them, but I was kicking it with them. And the group leader of the other group was really upset that I didn't want to kick it with her. That's really what it all boiled down to. Like, she's like, you're gonna have to be my friend. You're gonna have to do. But stay black and die. So, yeah. But I was able to deal with that a lot more because of what I learned at my first episode. So, and that was like offices back. That has still, and I'm still using what I learned in that office, as I move forward. So some stuff we be thinking like we bigger than the program. And even though you might be bigger than that program, you're never bigger than the lesson that comes with the program. That makes sense. Let's talk about adulthood hitting different. So now you got bills, you got responsibilities, and you got early mornings. So what them children of Destiny say, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobiles? Then maybe we could chill. I don't think you do. So you let me. Okay. Yeah, no. So, as someone who has never paid a bill in her life, even though I had an apartment in college, my mom and my grandparents, they took care of that. I'm a girl. I'm a lady. And I also had a boyfriend in college too. Like, I be calling him my emotional support ex now. So whenever I'm speaking of my emotional support ex now, as we go on down the line, I'm talking about my boyfriend from college. I be calling him that because I feel like that's what we are to each other. That's twin. But some things they just. I don't think I want to get into that right now. It's been like 10 years, so I can call him that. Call him what I want to call him. Responsibility-wise, undergrad, the only thing I had to focus on was school. That's the point. That's what we talked about. Like, I didn't really have no major responsibilities. I didn't really have much I had to focus on. Like, I just had to focus on class. And I still brought it out. But, hey, we made it out. I went back and fixed every mistake I made, so it took a lot more, though. It took a lot more work to go back and fix what I messed up, but it was worth it out. 10 out of 10. Still recommend. But yeah, so bills. I had never paid them in my life. So now I'm in a whole apartment, and I got to figure out how to make this shake. Shout out to my mom, though. My mom is really hard body. Like, I told y'all mom got a good job. Well, Trump is in the way of that right now, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Because at the end of the day, God is going to always provide, like he always does. Watching my mom hustle, like how she hustled and get up and make it shake with kids, and like I just had to like sit down and tell myself like, who am I to be keep putting these jobs because I don't like the environment or because somebody else doesn't like me. Like, yeah, truly, like at my last place, it was like more so me proving to myself that I don't quit when things get hard. Because I'm one of them ones that like, as soon as I don't like something, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm abandoning it. Like, I'm out. And it's like I'm trying to leave, like I'm trying to get out of that as soon as I'm done having fun with it, I'm done with it mindset. But it's like bitches be like, I'm a Sagittarius. But I give warnings, like I give warnings. I be like, hey, I'm about to stop. It's like fun no more. You're not making this fun. So now we're having this pressure to find a career or to prove myself. I feel like I was trying to prove myself with that. I didn't ever want to be nobody dental assistant. Like no shade to dental assistants. Like we make that office go around. I'm a dental assistant. Expanded functions, to be exact. We make that doggone office go around. That was my goal. Like I took the doula rome in high school. Like I did that in high school to leave school early. Me trying to prove like, oh, I graduated. Oh, like when I should have just set my butt down, studied for that test back then, and went to school. But I was so busy trying to be outside. I was so busy trying to prove I was getting money. I was so busy trying to prove how fly I was. Like I was just so busy doing stuff I didn't have no business doing. I told myself when I first started assisting that I was only going to assist for 2 years. Like I already had this timeline made up in my head, but that's the thing. We go to make these plans and we don't even be running them by God. It's not necessarily that God has a problem with us planning. He just wants to be a part of the plan. We could say 3 and counting. It's still going. But within my 3rd year, I did learn that you won't ever have to prove yourself to who or what's meant for you. So that brings me to this social shift of moving back, like friends moving, people at different life stages, things like that. Now, this is really what threw me for a loop. Like everything else life-wise, like I'm pretty good at, but things like love and connection, and it's like I'm not bad with connecting with someone. I connect off gate. But it's just like, man. So like with going to college in like a completely different state, that means like I grew like in a different direction than the people like if you've never necessarily left home or left your hometown, like, or let's just say who left but came back sooner rather than later as well. It's like y'all growing differently, like y'all in different environments, y'all learning different things, y'all are like meeting new people, creating new bonds, like different types of bonds with these people, like from entirely like different parts of the world, as opposed to like the one social group that you kick it with back home, because y'all all grew up together, y'all share also so much new stuff that they're bringing in, and so many other life lessons that you're going through while you're in college and you're like away from home, especially for like a long period of time. Like you're forced to do things alone, and so you're forced to figure out different things with different people. Like, what you mean? Like y'all spill the bottle? How much is the bottle of Crown? Probably like $32 at the tax. Y'all splitting that bottle like 4 ways. Like what you mean? Like it's 10 people in this one dorm bedroom. Like y'all sharing stories, y'all experiencing life experiences differently. So you're creating different type of relationships and different type of trust, as opposed to the people that you had at home, or like they never left home. And not to say that they didn't grow, they just grew differently, Like you losing together, but then you winning together, like simultaneously at the same time. Like everybody is doing something stupid and something smart at the same time. It's like y'all are, y'all growing up together. So it's like that's a big piece of life that happens that we experience it somewhere else. It's just so much stuff that I experienced undergrad that shaped me into like the woman that I'm becoming, that I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I will never forget when I took my first trip. This wasn't your typical vacation, but it was one that opened your mind. So, might even say your third eye. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. But like with the trauma I had endured. Let's just say the entire vacation wasn't all peaches and cream. But it's like I'm talking about these are the type of homies that like sat there with me and loved me through the entire vacation. And it's like eventually I took many more vacations and they were all a blast for real after that moment. My homies didn't judge. They didn't bring it up until I said, okay guys, so we're gonna talk about this. Like I was the one who brought it up. Like nobody wants to bring it up. Oh my god, okay, oh my god. So it was like a homecoming. No. Okay, no. Let's talk about the first time. It was like right when I was getting ready to graduate, senior year of college. It was like literally the week that I took my graduation pictures. So it was like a month before graduation, but this is the week I took my graduation pictures or whatever. So my family, they came up there and everything. But mind you, I'm living there because I got apartments. I got friends there and everything. But my family came up there because, I'm living up there, but they come in because my mom was going to be in some of my pictures and that's what we do. So yeah, I couldn't wait. Like I had planned this whole thing. Like my friend, like he like, yeah, I got the woo or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so fun. And then he's like, I already did it, man. I had to fight some demons, but yeah, I still had a good time. Like, it was still a good trip. Like, I would recommend that you come to the same place that I come to. So I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, actually, I want y'all to come with me. So then they was basically like, nah, like we gonna come with you, but we not gonna come with you tight. Like we gonna watch you, like we gonna pilot while you there or whatever. But we gonna be with you, but we not gonna be with you on the same trip. And so I was like, all right, cool. Oh my gosh. So I took my graduation pictures, had a blast, but the whole time I'm counting down, like, okay, we aren't gonna get up out of here. And they're not really getting up out of there because obviously I'm 5 hours away. So it's like they was going to my apartment and I was going to my friend's apartment. So I went to my friend's apartment or whatever. They gave me, you know how like when you check in to like go all inclusive and you get your little drink. So yeah, they gave me what I had needed. And oh my gosh, I had the time of my life. Like I'm talking about the music sounded so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I played Future's whole catalog. Like I cried to like Cody and Crazy. Like it just that experience right there. And then it's like, but then I started. It's like the trip stopped tripping. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't so pleasant. But I fought through them with my homies, and I snapped back right. I got back right. I did the whole thing, and then after that, like I had a blast, and like nobody like brought it up until like okay, my emotional support ex, he was there. He's a drag, so he's always gonna bring it up. But we brought it up. We talked about it. It was cool. It was like no judgment. Like after that, went on about my life, and then connected with another group of people that, oh my God, now these are my babies. I lay my life down for them, and they know it. But it was homecoming. Homecoming came, and they was like, I think we should take a vacation. And I was like, you know what? I ain't took a vacation in a long time. Let's take a vacation. So we took a vacation. We had these special chocolate bars on our vacation. You know, like, and on the flight when they give you out like the little Biscoff cookies, we had these little chocolate bars. And so we did it. Oh my God, we had a blast. And this is what I knew, that these were my people. Like, we had a blast. And I'm not gonna lie, I still had a little bit of stuff that I need to deal with from my last vacation. So I had dealt with it. But when I tell you, like, me dealing with it this time was so much better than me dealing with it the last time. And these homies, like, we was joking about me, like, while I was doing, like, still in the vacation, and I still was having a blast. Like, and then it was like after that, like, I took many more vacations, and it was great. And that's when I realized, like, you know, divine timing. You don't have to, again, prove yourself to the people that are for you. Like, we still take what we learn from the homies that we have here and like the foundation that we created here. And it's like sometimes you can go and come back and then y'all grow and y'all come back and it works. And it just sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything wrong with you or is anything wrong with the other party. It's just like sometimes you just don't vibe anymore, and that's fine. Like, appreciate the moments that y'all did have because it was some fun moments. It was some good times. It's someone based off of whether they kick it or not kick it in the same circles forever. Like, honestly and truly, I feel like if you in the same exact circles forever growing up, like in your life, like, are you growing? Like, of course, you have those people that you're locked in with that shit from childhood. That's always gonna be that. But it's just like if all your circles are the same forever, it's like ain't too much learning going on. Ain't too much evolving going on. That brings me to the next part, I guess, the lessons that I learned within all of this. And something really major that has been sticking out and that is becoming really apparent to me, patience with myself. Like, you have to be patient with yourself. Especially in today's time. Like, I know history does nothing but repeat itself and we're watching it do it now. It's like you guys are it's not that deep your way into fascism. Okay, it's that deep. But with the world being as dumb as a box of rocks right now, if you're not giving yourself some type of grace during these times, then you're not gonna make it out. Between politics being mixed with religion and our health, I don't know how much longer any of us have, honestly. I mean, I know y'all heard the rapture was coming. Shoot, like. So, don't get me wrong. We all know eventually Jesus is coming back if he isn't walking amongst us. But come on now. My mom has always told me my whole life that I was like my own worst critic. Like, I go so hard on myself because I'm not satisfied until I feel like I've mastered every skill. Like, and once I was hit with that, I had to like clock myself. Like, I had to tell myself to like take my time and just start any venture that I've been thinking about. Like, it's better to just start and then let it grow and have patience as opposed to like just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna try it one day. I'm telling y'all gonna get caught up in that rapture and you're like, dang, you ain't gonna have the opportunity. I did that. Whether you move back home directly into your parents' home or whether you have your own home, like just period, point blank, like setting boundaries, like curfew, space, privacy, like all of that is needed. When you come back home and you've done some growing, the old you and the old spaces you used to kick it in, they gonna feel old. Like, they just not gonna feel the same. Like, it don't matter how much you try to force it, how much you try to, when I used to come here, I used to feel like this. I swear this used to be so much more fun than this. Like, the old habits are literally going to start draining you. And it's like the way you used to start, like the way you used to let people treat you or the way people have gotten accustomed to treating you, it's going to make you feel like, dang, like, were we ever really friends? Were we ever really locked in? I went away to these other places with these other people, and it just showed you a different type of love than you were used to. Like, y'all people don't know me for a can of paint. And so it's like, you just literally one day just look up and just feel like, what am I doing here? And this is when you realize it's time to implement those boundaries. Like, when you start feeling like it's becoming more like, more attention, more you not happy, like it's not, like I don't want to say when I'm done, I'm back again at it. When I'm done having fun with it, I'm done with it. But like, nah, man, like, we need mistreatment for like 10 plus years. Why would they switch up now? What's gonna make them change now? Like, if I've been treating you like this for years and getting away with it, why am I all of a sudden treat you like a friend? Like, why am I even put myself through all that? Why am I make myself do all that work when I've been getting by with just kicking it like this? So in order for you to protect that peace that we talked about, you had to create. And in order for you to protect your sanity, you have to build your own boundaries. But not only do you have to build them, you have to enforce them. And if they're truly your friends, they'll adjust accordingly. And if they're not, then thank God, then they'll fall off. You didn't need them anyway. Newsflash, buddy. Like, I tend to be on the fence when it comes to like teaching people how to treat you, because like I don't want to say like you shouldn't treat some people, because how will someone know how to treat something they've never had before? But then it's like the whole teaching somebody how to treat you. So excuse me. Clearly my spirit doesn't agree with that. Teaching people how to treat you. But it's just like I feel like that's where discernment comes in. That's where you have to have that discernment, and you have to be able to decipher whether or not it's worth you even teaching, or if they're deliberately stepping on those boundaries to trigger you, to get a reaction, to cause a problem, to make it seem like, as opposed to they just genuinely don't know. Like they just never had that love. So, like sometimes when it comes to, I'm kind of getting better with like figuring out like some situations, and don't get me wrong, because I don't get pity parties. Like I don't get pity parties. I don't get pity parties. Like even when I get sad, my mom, like growing up, like, okay, like shit, it depends on what we're going through. Like if it's really tragic, maybe she'll give us like a week to get over it, and then it's like, okay, get up. But if it's like something that's like, okay, it's sad, but it's not like life or death, like you got a couple minutes, a couple hours, a couple seconds, maybe a day, but after that, wrap that shit up. So, I just feel like you just have to know when to teach someone, like when it's worth it. Like, and I feel like your spirit will tell you that, like, you just have to pray on it. You just have to sit on it, continue to be you. Don't change you. Don't let the flesh get you, and just use your discernment and implement those boundaries. And like I said, like if it's really supposed to be for you, like it'll align, it'll keep aligning. And if not, if the boundaries cause it an issue, then it shouldn't be there. Because if you tell someone, hey, I don't like the way you're doing this, if you continue to keep doing this, I'm going to do this, and they continue to keep doing what you said you don't like, and you said that you was going to do this, if they keep doing it, it's like they're telling you to do it. They're like, do it. They're like, all right, bet. I've been waiting for you to do it.
Do it then, nigga.
When somebody deliberately like keeps tapping on my triggers, like, and I know that they want like a reaction out of me, I'm just gonna just like, they're moving around. Because if I already told you like, hey, I see what you're doing, and you're continuing to do something that I told you I didn't like, it's like, what am I talking to you for? I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. Like, what are we doing this for? Once you start looking around at a lot of this that's going on in your life and a lot of the chaos, and you take out the why is this happening to me and replace it with the why is this happening for me, then a lot of things will make more sense. Like, get out of like the victim mindset. Like once you start saying like, what am I doing to continuously keep getting these same actions? Like, because at this point, if it keeps happening, if it's continuing to happen, if I keep attracting this, if I keep putting myself in these environments that make me feel this way, there's obviously something that I'm doing that I need to change. Start saying no, and look around and see what's left. Start saying, hey, if you keep doing this, it ain't gonna be this no more. And look and see. This is also when your strong sense of self has to come in. Like, you don't owe anyone who refuses to do the work themselves anything. See? Yeah, I thought y'all had me. Like, I hate when people say you don't owe anyone something. Like, yes, you do. You do owe people the common decency of being a decent person. Like, come on, that's the least you could do. So I hate when people say you don't owe people anything. However, I will say I don't feel like you owe people who refuse to do the work or refuse to get up and try. I don't feel like you owe them anything. Like, if you want to sit over there, be stuck and be miserable, you want to keep repeating the same patterns, you want to keep doing what you're doing because it's comfortable, then no, I don't have to teach you nothing. I don't owe you a thing. Have the life that you deserve. If you don't get a grasp on it and you don't have your boundaries and you don't understand what's going on, you're going to be like spread thin, like exhausted, like dang near dead, because it's like you're so genuine, you have all this love and you're just pouring it out, and of course they're just take it, but you aren't getting anything refilled in you. Just because you grew up with them, or maybe even your parents kicked it, or because the relationship is comfortable doesn't mean you owe them the things that come with you on your success. If someone is too lazy to put the work in themselves, then that is simply on them. So if you want to choose to spend your 24 a different way, then I feel like aligns with how I want to spend my 24, then sometimes it's just not gonna work. What you do when you come back. But if you're using it to just stack your bread, work towards your future, like actually work towards it, actually make the steps to move, then honestly it could be a good thing. So like sometimes you have to like shift the perspectives. In my pretty little head, I was gonna go to college, I was gonna graduate, I was gonna get into dental school, then I was gonna graduate dental school, and I was gonna move to Houston, and life was gonna be lit. It's a lot of bad in Houston. So you can tell me I was about to be one of them. Even with me being ready to go and all of that, I shifted the perspective of being here, of while I'm here, to just a reset, not a setback. It's just been yapping, but hey, that's what it's called, Diary of a Yapper podcast. Y'all came here to listen to me yap. Funny edits in here every now and then to keep you intrigued, but I'm gonna start the show. That's what you came to see.
I'm the one selling the records.
Now made it to the last segment of the show. Yes, my favorite segment. It is called Shake the Static. And if you've ever watched an episode of iCarly, then you should probably know what's up. Yes, that's right. You heard it here first. It's time for some random dancing. Since this episode is about being also ATL, we are going to switch up the song just this one time, just this week, just so that we can vibe out, just a little bit more city-like, okay? So with that being said, you guys are still going to have 30 more seconds to live your life out and just let everything go. Shake the static, release.
ATM. Y'all been told. Be a big bank broke. Some bad ass hoes. Cause I already know. Right. Start talking about my clothes. You see a pimp out. Come try to knock me for my hoes. I'm a real nigga. Don't think I'm with that bitch, cause I ain't gon' hang around my phone. So fuck it, I'll kick some dope.
Guys, we have now made it through another episode of the Diary of a Yapper podcast show. OMG, episode number 2. Fun fact, guys, fun fact. Most pods don't make it past episode number 3. So we gotta go to episode 4 just for shits and giggles. Just off the strength. The black woman in me. Duh. But not. In the next episode, we'll be talking about building boundaries. How to utilize the word no. See, that's why I touched on it earlier, was transitioning, but now we're going to talk about actually building them. And I'm probably going to tell you some of my stories, some of my lore that made me develop them. So I might start introducing some characters from my life. They're not going to have names, but I might start some story times maybe, But I know y'all need that, so make sure to tune back in next week. And with that being said, that's a wrap for today's episode of Diary of a Yapper, where purpose meets personality. Remember, your story is still being written. Keep showing up as the main character. Up until next time, it's your girl Bree. Stay blessed, stay booked, and stay beautiful, my little yaplings.
Okay, she fine, 21. She sexy, she cool, 21. She from East Atlanta, so she like to get loose. Casamigo, yeah, do some shroom, 21. But if you wanna come, 21. Give my brother some, yeah. Bend over, come ride me like your rover. All these VVS's, it get cold in Minnesota. Suck me up, don't use your teeth, little bitch, I thought I told ya. She grabbing my bandana while I hit, cause I'm a soldier.